What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is JT the Talking Head. You are the audience, and today we're talking about this big boy, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Second Sight Limited Edition box set. Let's get into it. Alright, so this box set is a chonky boy, and we're going to go ahead and unbox it and take a look at what's inside. So we'll start off with the back here with the J card. It's got all the bonus features and stuff. I'm going to get to that here in a little bit. Alright. Let's start with the discs. So you have the case, the side, the back, and it's actually a 3-fold out. And it's a 3-disc set, 2 Blu-ray with the feature film and the bonus features, and the 4K UHD disc. Next, let's talk art cards. This set comes with about, 10 or so art cards. Plus, I ordered this from Second Sight's website. So I got 3 additional exclusive art cards, and those are the top 3 featured here. Okay. Those are the 3. Now these right here are all included in the set. I love that one. The eye. That's the cover art for the second, the Dark Sky version of the film, which we're going to talk about today as well. Alright, and back to the original. Now this set took forever to release, and I have a feeling that one of the reasons that it took so long was so they could produce this. This is a high quality hardback book, and it is thick. According to the back J card, it's a 190 page book, and this thing is full of essays and like artwork and just all sorts of stuff, like different essays from different people. The spine's not really broken in yet. It's actually got a lot of the art cards that come with it physically printed on the inside of the book as well. So I think that is one of the reasons to collect all these essays and stuff. Probably one of the reasons that this took so long to get out. Alright, well, with the unboxing out of the way, let's talk transfer. The transfer for this film, for this version of the film, is honestly, it's really good. I liked it a lot. I was a fan, but it has a competitor. Dark Sky Films version, I have the steelbook here, and they are different scans. They definitely are different scans. I have watched them both. I honestly am a little more fresh on the Second Sight scan because I literally am recording this right after I watched the Second Sight version, but I did pop my disc in and go back and kind of compare and contrast some scenes and just look around. And what I have discovered is that the Second Sight version is a bit more smooth. Not really like a loss of detail. Like it doesn't look like a bunch of DNR, digital noise reduction, or anything. It's just a little more smooth. It's a little felt a little brighter, but this one feels more dark and gritty and grainy and dirty. And that's not a bad thing because Texas Chainsaw is a dark and gritty and grainy and dirty movie. So it really, I would say, is up to preference. They're both great scans. They're not the same, but one I wouldn't even say is better than the other. They're very similar. The difference is honestly almost negligible. Unless you're a really keen eye, you're not going to really see too much difference. Lighting might look different in some scenes compared to others on different sets. I had to get right up on my TV screen to notice that this one was more grainy and more dirty looking than this one. So if you're just a casual viewer of it, you're not really going to notice the difference. And it also has to do with the HDR as well, which is another thing I wanted to talk about. So The Dark Sky version comes with HDR10, but the Second Sight version comes with Dolby Vision. So that's another big thing that you're going to have to decide if you're going to want to choose between the two is, do you want HDR10 or do you want Dolby Vision? There are fans of both out there. There are reasons that you might want to get both. Your TV might not support Dolby Vision, but it might support HDR10. My TV, I can watch in both, luckily. So I've seen both scans of it. But still, I mean, the Dolby Vision looks great, but it's my personal preference that the movie look a little bit more dark and gritty and dirty. So I go with this personally. Another thing to consider when looking at these two versions is seemingly Dark Sky's version was actually approved by director Tobe Hooper, while Second Sight's was not. So that might be something that you might want to take into your consideration. That Dark Skies might just be the way that director Tobe Hooper prefers it to look. Next up, let's talk about bonus features. So forgive me for looking off screen, but I have the long list of a comparison of bonus features over here beside me. So I'm going to have to squint really hard and look over at it. So I'm going to start with what both discs have first, and then we'll talk about the couple exclusive bonus features that each version has. So both include a new feature-length documentary called The Legacy of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This was a doc that is produced by Second Sight themselves, but they did let Dark Sky throw it on. I mean, I'm sure it's part of the deal that, because Dark Sky actually, I don't know if you guys know this, but Dark Sky actually owns Texas Chainsaw. So I'm sure that it was probably part of the deal that Second Sight produced this doc and then they let them put it on the Dark Sky release as well, and part of the deal with them letting Second Sight do the UK release of the movie. They also include the Shocking Truth documentary plus outtakes, Cutting Chainsaw with editor J. Larry Carroll, Grandpa's Tales with actor John Duggan, Horror's Hallowed Grounds, Flesh Wounds 7 Stories of the Saw, Off the Hook with actor Terry McMinn, The Business Side of Chainsaw with production manager Ron Bosman, House Tour with actor Gunnar Hansen, outtakes, deleted scenes, trailers, TV and radio spots, and a stills gallery. So that all of those are included on both, but each does have exclusive bonus features as well. So I'll start with Dark Sky first. For some reason, Dark Sky has the blooper reel and Second Sight does not. I don't know what that's about. It seems like a weird thing to hold exclusivity over. And honestly, Second Sight might have it buried somewhere on the disc. I haven't looked. I'm just going off of what was on the J card on the back. It might be like mixed in with their outtakes or whatever. But like Dark Sky mentions blooper reel by name on their J card. So, and Second Sight does not. Then Dark Sky also has Dr. W.E. Barnes Presents Making Grandpa, and the Cinefamily Presents Friedkin Hooper, a conversation about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre between William Friedkin and Tobe Hooper. So I watched that. That was actually very interesting. And those are the three exclusive bonus features on the Dark Sky release. Now, Second Sight also has a couple. They have a Behind the Mask, Alexandra Heller Nicholas on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Tobe Hooper interview, and a Kim Hinkle interview. They also have an exclusive commentary that's a new commentary by Amanda Rees and Bill Ackerman. I ended up buying Dark Sky's version on Steelbook a couple months ago because Texas Chainsaw is just, in general, my favorite slasher movie. It's my favorite slasher franchise. I honestly love all of them from the very first one up until, honestly, the 2003 remake. Everything after that was but up to the 2003 remake, I even love that one. And back, I love all of them. Yes, even 3. Yes, even Next Generation. I absolutely love Next Generation. But yeah, so Texas Chainsaw is just, it's got a special place in my heart. I love everything about it. I love Leatherface. I love the Sawyer family. I absolutely adore the characters in all of the movies, especially Chop Top from 2. I've actually thought about getting him tattooed on me. I've met Bill Moseley, wonderful guy. I absolutely love this series, so I didn't mind double dipping. I don't typically double dip unless it's to upgrade from a DVD or Blu-ray into a 4K. But I did double dip on this, so just because I don't mind to add another thing to the collection, it was cool to have a steelbook. Behind me, I have the poster that came with the Dark Sky steelbook. So the goodies for that, and having the steelbook, and being able to also see the movie in 4K a few months early before the second sight came out, because I've had the second sight pre-ordered since January, and the Dark Sky came out I think in February, maybe March, but I think February. So being able to get it a couple months early and seeing a version of it in 4K was well worth it to me. Again, I'll reiterate that both transfers I thought were absolutely awesome. Like, I don't know if I want to use the word beautiful, because the movie's not really meant to be beautiful. Although the last scene when she's in the truck going away into the sunset and Leatherface is spinning around in circles with the chainsaw during sunrise in Texas, that scene is beautiful, and the HDR and Dolby Vision work absolute wonders for that scene in this movie in both of these editions. But yeah, I don't know if I would overall use the word beautiful to describe the scans, just because it's a movie from the 70s, and it was a cheap movie when it was made, and it's gritty and dirty and nasty, and it's supposed to be like that, in my opinion. I'll say again, the second sight is a little more cleaned up, so if you want to see a version of the film that is a little more cleaned up, go with the second sight. If you want to see a version of the film that is apparently what director Tobe Hooper proved, go with the Dark Sky. Another thing to consider is that the second sight edition is Region B, and it's only sold in Region B through like the retail of second sight. So the only way to get it, there are American distributors here like Orbit DVD and Diabolic DVD who are getting limited qualities in, and they're selling out almost instantly. And I think you could pay like $50 or $60 from them. I ended up paying closer to $75 for mine, but I ordered straight from the store, straight from Second Sight, and it ended up taking forever to come in. This released on the 10th, and we're standing here on the 25th as of recording this, and it just came in yesterday. So it took about 15 days to come in, which, I mean, relatively is not that bad. It just feels longer when you're waiting for something that you've been waiting for and pre-ordered since January. But yeah, that's another thing to consider. The Blu-rays on this, it comes with the Blu-ray on the film on Blu-ray, and it comes with the bonus features on Blu-ray, but it also comes with the bonus features on the 4K disc, something that the Dark Sky version doesn't do. The bonus features on Dark Sky are all on the Blu-ray disc, except for the commentaries. The commentaries are on the 4K disc, but the bonus features are on the 4K disc for this. I think maybe the newly produced documentary might be on the Blu-ray disc as well, or instead. I don't remember seeing that on the 4K disc. But yeah, so if you buy this and you want the Blu-ray to work, just know that you either will have to have a Region B Blu-ray player or a region-free Blu-ray player, because the Blu-ray will not work in the United States players, but the 4K UHD disc will. So overall, who wins? I'm very hesitant to say that either one, again, is better than the other. The differences in the scans are nearly negligible unless you have a keen eye for such things. And the packaging is so night and day different, and the pricing is so much night and day different, that these are two very different sets. And they're for two different audiences, two different kinds of people. And I fall right in between those two audiences that are going to buy both. So I am both companies' dream customer, I guess. But I would, if you're the kind of person that wants a dirtier feel to this specific movie. B, maybe the director's intended view of this specific movie. C, a steelbook with a poster. D, a much cheaper option, and you're willing to give up the extra commentary and the couple other bonus features on the second site, then save you some money and go with this. This steelbook is like $30. I'm pretty sure they probably still have them in your Best Buy. The standard edition of this is only $25. Now, the standard edition doesn't come with a poster, but it does come with a slipcover, so you give and take. But this is definitely it's a good deal if you're looking for a cheaper option but still want to see the movie in 4K. This is for the collector of, like, this is a great addition if you are a collector of second sight box sets. I have 3 behind me, and this looks great on the shelf with them. And I love Second Sight. This is a great addition if you are crazy for Texas Chainsaw. If you are goo goo gaga over Texas Chainsaw and you want the big bonuses and you want that big, thick 190-page book, that hardback book, and you want those awesome art cards, I'm gonna hang. I paid for those art cards. I'm gonna hang those. I'm gonna frame them and I'm gonna hang them around my poster over there. I'm framing each one of them differently and gonna hang them. I'm doing it. Or I might make it like a collage thing out of them, but I am doing that. I will put it on TikTok whenever I do. It might take me a while, but I will put it on TikTok when I do. But yeah, this set is definitely for the collector, not the average consumer. This, not to say this set's not for the collector. This set is definitely for the collector, but it's for the collector that's not wanting to spend $70 $70+ on this set. So yeah, that's my answer. Which is better? You decide. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and that is my review of Second Sight's version of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a movie that I've been waiting for months. I again pre-ordered it back in January. I've waited for it since I was checking Twitter every day for it to be announced to be on pre-order for months. So yeah, I've been waiting for this movie to come out through Second Sight in particular and forever. So if you guys enjoyed that review, leave me a like, drop me a comment below, tell me which one you did buy or are going to buy, or if you bought both, which scan you like better, which features you like better. Let's have a discussion in the comments below about it. And I also want to remind you guys that I am on other platforms. In the description, there are links that will take you over to TikTok, over to Twitter, over to Letterboxd. I still, from my last video, have not posted another Letterboxd review since The Whale at the point of this recording, but I'm hoping to get back on that. So yeah, you can follow me on all those social platforms. I make different TikTok videos that are a little bit different from the YouTube, a little more personal, I guess, a little more up close and personal if you like my fat bearded face. So you can follow me over there. And we got a great community going over there with lots of great friends. So come join us, please. And yeah, if you enjoyed this, again, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you.